You can increase your productivity by 5 or 10 times overnight by putting the 3 methods into action that I'm going to give you in my free course. So go download it right now by clicking the link just below here. I can tell what you want without even as much as talking to you. If you're interested in how I can do that magical ability, stay tuned. Don't forget to hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel if you want original insights on success and personal development. My name is Claus Levin, and I know exactly what you want because you're doing it or you're working on it. Right? We have this idea that I can just say I want something and then I can do nothing about it, and everything can look differently from what I want. Say I'm overweight, obese, and I say, but I really want to be thin. I really want to be fit and healthy. I would love to be that. No, you wouldn't. Because you're not making progress towards it, and you're not thin and healthy. What you want is to be overweight, is to be obese. How do I know that? Because that's what you do all the time. See, we human beings is the only creature on planet Earth, at least to the degree to which we do it, that can have abstract thought, that can imagine stuff. We can imagine smell and touch and everything, right? Every sense perception we have, we can reproduce that as an amazing imaginary bubble, right? It's crazy that we can do that. But so it's very important. Our main challenge in life is to use that ability so it helps us instead of it hurts us, right? And when we go into personal development or anything, we want to change our lives, and then we say, I want to lose weight, right? But we don't do anything to lose weight, and we're obese. So what is it that we do? We imagine another world in which we're not obese. And then we say, that's what I want. But you don't really want it just because you can imagine it. You don't really want it just because you can imagine it and you see it as a better situation than the one you're in. You're not that simple. You're a complex organism. So part of you might want it. You might see it as great. But there's other parts of you that does not want that. I can guarantee you that, because you don't want to go on a diet. You don't want to do what it takes. You don't want all the pain you have to go through. You don't want to lose all your fat friends. Sorry, let's call it what it is. We're fat when we're fat, right? You don't want to lose your fat friends or your poor friends if you want to become wealthy. Or your uneducated friends if you want to become educated. Right? Whenever you move, all kinds of stuff can happen that is total discomfort, that isn't nice. So you at least doesn't want it enough for you to act on it, for you to do something about it, because really, in reality, you want something else more. You want the status quo more. Why am I even talking about this? Why is this real? Because you want to deal with that instead of walking around with your goals and your aspirations and your missions and your values and all that, right? And then you want to look at, what are really my values? What do I really want? And then look at the freaking reality, right? Look at what's going on and say, that's what I want. And then you need to question, why do I want that? I say I want all these things. I say I want to become really great at playing guitar. I say I want to become an artist. I say all these things, but I fail to act on it because in reality, I'm a liar. Those are all lies unless I'm acting on them on a regular basis. Sorry, let's be honest here, right? Wouldn't you say that? Oh, I want to become a famous actor. But you're not in acting school, and you're not practicing acting, and you're not in any plays, and you're not doing squat, right? No, because I have a job, and I have to make money, yeah. Right? What do you do with the 8 hours you have when you come home, right? Well, I have kids. Well, what do you do with the 4 hours you have, right? You could get up early, right? We just make up excuses so we can walk around, this is what I want, but I'm a victim to the fact that I already made some choices that are, limiting me. Then I can walk around with that cool victim feeling, oh, my life could be so amazing if it wasn't for this and this and that, right? What that really is patching. I so want this, but I don't want it. So let me come up with a bunch of excuses so I'm not pursuing that in any way possible, right? And it's just about becoming honest and saying, I say I want that, but I don't. Look at what you're manifesting, as we say. Right? Look at what you're manifesting and then say, that's what I want, apparently. So why do I want that? What's really going on? That's an interesting question. Because then you can start to work on and be aware of what is actually going on instead of walking around in the, I want that, but I can't have it because of that. And then I can just keep, in my little comfort zone, keep moving along. Dissatisfied, bored. Think about it. And then I look forward to seeing you in the next video. After you subscribe to this channel and you hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when we post new videos. See you.